Welcome to today's explainer. So, you know how we all just kind of rush through our daily routines? We do the same little tasks day in, day out, often on autopilot. Well, today we're diving into a short but honestly pretty profound manifesto from a barista named Ajit. It's this incredible little text that really invites us to, just slow down for a second, to reflect, and to find a really deep sense of purpose in the stuff we do every single day. Let's get right into it. So here's the big question. What turns a simple drink into an unforgettable experience? I mean, we consume things literally all the time, right? Food, media, endless cups of coffee. But every now and then, something clicks. You're not just consuming anymore. You're truly experiencing something. And Ajit's manifesto, it's all about that exact shift. It's about moving our brains away from just being, blind consumers of a product and really opening our eyes to the absolute beauty of experiencing a true craft. Section 1. The Artisan's Mindset, Elevating Daily Work. Let's look at where this starts. Our source text kicks off like this. Hi, I'm Ajit. I'm a passionate barista, and I truly love creating exceptional coffee. I love this. Pay attention to the specific words he uses here. He doesn't just say, hey, I make coffee. No, he introduces himself as a passionate barista who loves creating exceptional coffee. He is completely anchoring his identity, not on some basic job title, but on pure passion and the actual act of creation. It's a total game changer for how you view your job. And that brings us to a really stark contrast in how we look at what we consume. On the left side, it's just a drink. On the right side, an experience. This is the core conflict in Ajit's world, right here. To the average person rushing to the office on a Tuesday morning, coffee is just a drink. It's literally just a caffeine delivery system to get them through the next meeting. But Ajit, he holds this highly intentional, elevated perspective. He flat out refuses to live on that left side of the screen. And here is exactly how he defines that elevated state. The text tells us that to Ajit, coffee is never just a drink. Instead, it's an experience, crafted with three very specific emotional inputs: care, precision, and passion. I want to just pause and linger on those for a second. An unforgettable experience is not an accident. You don't just stumble into making something great. You have to actively inject care into your raw materials, precision into your physical mechanics, and passion into your final delivery. That combination, that's exactly what transforms the totally mundane into the extraordinary. Moving right along to Section 2, Precision in the Process, Physical Mechanics. Let's break down how he actually does this. This quote brilliantly illustrates that shift from theory to practice. Ajit says, "Every cup I serve reflects my dedication to the art of coffee." Just think about the immense weight of a statement like that. He's saying every single individual cup is a personal mirror. He doesn't look at handing over a latte as some meaningless blind transaction. If the cup is flawed in any way, it reflects a flaw in his own dedication. Basically, he views his daily output as an ongoing living gallery of his art form. So how on earth does he ensure that reflection is absolutely perfect every single time? Well, it takes a really mindful journey. Step 1, carefully selecting the beans. Step 2, pulling the perfect espresso shot. And finally, Step 3, serving the customer. What we're seeing here is mindfulness being rigorously applied at every single stage. You can't just slap on a smile and be mindful at the very end when you hand the cup over, right? That mindfulness has to start with the raw materials and carry all the way through to the final presentation. Which brings us to this incredibly simple yet totally demanding reality. Every detail matters. In a true artisan's world, there are absolutely zero throwaway moments. The temperature of the water, the exact grind of the bean, the split-second timing of the espresso pull. It is the precise execution of those smallest, almost invisible details that ultimately creates the grand experience that we get to enjoy as customers. All right, Section 3, the ultimate reward, the emotional payoff. Let's just quickly recap what we've covered so far. Ajit pours intense emotional and technical inputs into his work, right? Care, precision, and passion. He's exhausting himself physically and mentally to uphold an incredibly high standard. So you kind of have to ask yourself, what does he actually get in return for all of this effort? What's the payoff? Well, here is the big reveal straight from his manifesto. He says, the greatest reward is seeing a customer smile after that very first sip. That's it. That is the ultimate motivation behind all of his hard work. It's not about fame. It's not about getting a massive tip. It is a fleeting, genuine moment of human joy and connection. It's that immediate silent communication that happens when someone tastes something crafted perfectly and their face just lights up. He notes that this specific moment reminds him exactly why he loves what he does. When you lay it out, it builds this absolutely fascinating timeline of the craft. Minute 1 is entirely spent on careful bean selection. By minute 3, we're onto the precise espresso pull. All of those minutes of meticulous hidden preparation culminate in just one single second. Second 1, the customer's first sip and smile. It's an incredible ratio of effort to reward, isn't it? It just perfectly demonstrates the beautiful asymmetry of artisanal work. You put in the minutes just to get that one perfect second. Finally, Section 4, Crafted with Heart, the core thesis. Ajit leaves us with these closing words, and they are powerful. He says, because great coffee isn't simply made, it's crafted with heart. I really want those words to land for you today because he is explicitly highlighting a totally crucial difference here. Making something, that's mechanical. A machine makes a product on an assembly line. But crafting something, that requires a piece of the creator. It requires your humanity, your intention, and your heart. So I want to wrap up this explainer with a provocative question for you to chew on today. What do you craft with heart? Ajit obviously found his canvas inside a coffee cup, but his artisan philosophy, it applies to absolutely anything, whether you're writing lines of code, teaching a classroom full of rowdy kids, building a house, or honestly just cooking dinner for your family tonight. Are you just making it, or are you crafting it? I challenge you to apply Ajit's mindset to your own daily routines and just see how it transforms the ordinary into an unforgettable experience. Thank you so much for joining me today. Keep learning and keep crafting.